Now guys, I already know what you're thinking. Why on earth I would want to learn such a weird and challenging chord? I mean, what is this thing? It sounds lovely though, and you can move it in a different position. But it's not the, prettiest chord, and it's not the easiest, for sure. And so sometimes we are in this situation where we like the chord, we like the sound of the chord, but maybe it's too challenging for our fingers, and so we give up and we move on, to something that is a little bit easier to play for us. But the thing is, you can make things simple. In fact, in the chord progression I just played at the beginning of the video, I started with these chords and then I made them simple in one easy step. Now in this lesson I want to show you how to play this thing note by note so that hopefully you can get inspired, right? And you can also understand how to simplify chords. Now what am I playing? It's a lovely E add 9 chord. And then an A6 chord. Back to the E add 9. And the A add 9. If you think about it, we are still using the same chord shape, we're just changing the bass note. So how do we make these chords simple? Well, step number 1, get rid of a couple of strings. So for example, if this is the chord shape, we can get rid of the D and the G string and we end up with this. We can add this lovely phrase, but how am I playing the chords? Well, I'm just playing the B string, fret number 9 in this case, so the E becomes an E major chord, low E string, B string fret 9 and the E string open. The A becomes an A6 chord, we have the A string open, the B string fret number 7 with the F sharp, which is the major 6th, and then the E string open, back to the E major. And then the A add 9 becomes an A major chord. We just slide all the way down to the fret number 2 and play the A, C sharp, and the E string open. Now, of course, we need to add a little bit of rhythm, so we're gonna pluck the strings like this with thumb, index, and middle. Now I'm going to show you this lovely pentatonic phrase in a moment. But you see how we went from playing Spider-Man chords, to playing the most simple thing, right? And it's still nice, it's still lovely to play. So spend a little bit of time practicing these simplified chords. Now the second step could be to add an additional string. If you want to make the chords more colorful, you could add an additional string. Now the full chord is this one. We already have the B string, okay? And so for example, we could add the D string and get rid of the G string. So you could literally play the full thing like this. I mean, this is so simple. Just fret number 9. Of course, the finger picking pattern is slightly different now. We could do thumb and index on the D and the B string, and then the middle with the E string open. Fret number 9, fret number 7, 9, 2. I mean, it's such a simple thing, right? But also, we can play the G string, which is what I like the most. For example, we could do the B string and the G string. Again, it's still kind of a symmetrical shape, but this is way more colorful. such a lovely thing. Now, the cool thing is that we already know the B string, which is on fret number 9, 7, 9, and 2. So we have to add now the G string, which is 2 frets above the index finger, okay? So if we put the index finger on the fret number 9, the G string will be on the fret number 11. The finger picking pattern is, of course, now again slightly different. We have the bass note with the thumb, and then index and middle together, and then the ring finger on the top E string, and we can move this chord. So fret number 9, fret number 7, 9, 2. We just made it so simple and musical. Finally, I'm going to show you the lovely phrase that I've been playing so many times, which is this one. Now we are in the key of E major, so we are playing the E major pentatonic scale, and I'm going to start with the note B do. So I have the fret number 2 and 4, and then 2 and 4 on the D string, and then I'm going to slide to the fret number 6 on the same string, and then I have the G string fret number 4, 6, and the fret number 5 on the B string. So when I play it slowly, now these are the right notes. Of course you want to interpret these notes, and one thing that I like to do, I like to pluck the first 2 notes with the thumb, and then index and middle. And then you can add even more color if you use the hammer-on technique and the slide technique. For example, I could do hammer-on between 2 and 4, and then I pluck, pluck, and then I'm gonna slide from fret number 5 to 6, and then I finish the phrase. So now I have. You see how we added so much more color and rhythm to the phrase. Now, next step, let's add a nice and lovely melody between these chords, like this. Again, guys, we are trying to keep things simple, so we're going to repeat the same melody for all the chords. And the melody is still played with the major pentatonic, the E major pentatonic. We are in the box 9 here, fret number 9. And I'm playing on the D string, fret number 9 and 11. And then 9 and 11 again on the G string. And then I have this phrase on the B string, fret number 9, 10, and 9, and then the E string open. So if I play all the notes, now I do have this hammer on between 9 and 10, and also if you want the hammer on 9 and 11 on the D string. So now you also have to get the rhythm right, so we're going to play the chords just one time and then the phrase. So and then the pentatonic phrase. Of course, guys, we want to give a structure to this lovely music, and so we're going to play a bunch of different chords. Such a lovely thing. We're going to open up with this C sharp minor chord. Now we're always going to keep the B string fret number 5 and the E string fret number 7. So we're going to keep these 2 notes all the time. And then we're gonna have the C sharp on the A string fret number 4. We're gonna pluck the bass, then the E string, B string, and the E string. That's kind of a simple finger picking pattern, even though the chord is quite stretchy. Second chord, the B major, we're gonna have to play the low E string fret number 7. It's kind of an impossible chord. And of course fret 5 and 7 on the B and the E string. And then the easy chord, the A. Once we're done with the arpeggio, we're gonna play the same shape, just the top 2 strings, slide to fret number 7, and back to the fret number 5. Then the bass, play the chord again, just the top 2 strings, and then 2 and 4. So. And then we're going to do the same thing. And we finish with the chord played with the A string and then 5 and 7, 7 and 9, and 10 and 12. And then we can go back in the same loop. So this is how we can simplify such a lovely chord. Now, of course, guys, you want to take it step by step. Even though, we made things simple, some of these chords can still be quite challenging. So take it step by step and apply this concept to the chord progressions that you already know. Try to make things easier to play. Enjoy this lesson, and I'll see you soon.